Welcome to the Youngstown Lifestyle Podcast, where we take the time to explore the people and opportunities in the Youngstown, Ohio community. My conversation today is with Jamille Murphy, who works with Green Youngstown, a service in the local government whose focus is on beautification and cutting down on litter in the area. I got a chance to meet with Jamille when our team utilized some of the services her department provides to Youngstown residents that want to make a positive difference in the community. She gives some great insight into some of the services Green Youngstown provides, and anyone currently in the community or looking to invest in Youngstown should take a listen. So without further delay, let's start the show.
Good afternoon, Jamille. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. I want to thank you for coming on to the podcast with me. What I wanted to start off with was you're from Green Youngstown, and can you tell people who may not know what Green Youngstown is about? Like, what do you guys do over there?
Well, my job is I'm the educator, and I go around to all of the Youngstown City schools, charter schools, and some Catholic schools, and I speak to the kids about recycling more and littering less. But our job consists of litter and recycling. We pass out recycling bins. We take complaints of litter and dumping sites. We host events like the tire recycling drive, electronics, and appliance drive. We give out leaf bags in October, all sorts of things.
Well, one of the things that Ruby, thank you. That's I was going to discuss that with you. Ruby, for those that aren't aware, is it's a trailer, I guess, is
right.
The best description of it. A trailer that your office drops off. Well, you know what? You tell it better than I do. Go ahead and explain what it is, and we can talk a little bit more about that.
So Ruby is a trailer that you can reserve, probably more so in the summertime. It has all sorts of tools and equipment for you to revitalize a neighborhood. We like to keep it clean in a neighborhood and not more so, your personal home. And it's for everyone to use.
Well, I can give a little background with that too. We used Ruby a couple of weeks ago on a property. The property itself had a lot of debris and yard, debris in the yard, overgrown brush and everything like that. And the property itself is being repurposed as a community area. We're trying to do training out of it and a few other things in the area. But one of the things was it was kind of an eyesore in the neighborhood, just being overgrown and stuff like that. And so just trying to reclaiming that property, and then there's property next door to it that are also in need of some work and some cleanup, and just one block at a time, one lot at a time, cleaning up and using the equipment. And as far as equipment goes, we're talking about being able to have the use of lawnmowers and blowers and generator and things like that can help someone to clean up a lot. Right. And that's something that, to me, I'd never heard of that before I started working with you guys with it. I just think it's a great idea when it comes to trying to get people to clean up the neighborhood, take some initiative and clean up the neighborhood. You don't have to come out of pocket necessarily to do something for the community.
Right.
Now, how did you get started with Green Youngstown?
Actually, I've been with the city for 16 years now. I first started out with planning and zoning, and I was with them. This is probably like my third year with Green Youngstown. So a position came open, and I just bid on it. And, I've been there since 2016, the end of 2016.
And what's been your biggest success that you've had working with them that you count as a big success?
It would be working with the kids, going to the schools and educating them on how to recycle and not to litter, to clean up after themselves. And doing the crafts, we usually do a craft after I read a book and things. So it's just working with the kids and putting a smile on their face.
Okay. Like, how old are the children that you're working with? Like, what grades do you service?
Preschool up to high school.
Okay, so you've got to be very busy then if you're going to that many kids. A lot of good return. I mean, I'm sorry, as far as do you have a lot of kids that volunteer, or do you take volunteers on children to clean up or do cleanup days or anything like that?
Yeah, we do ask for volunteers now. We don't get that many. that turn out, but we do have one kid. His name is Devontae. He volunteers for everything every year since I've been here, and he's a pretty good kid. But no, we don't have many kids that volunteer.
How would a volunteer contact your office in order to, if we shine a light on it, maybe more people will come out and support and lend some help?
Mm-hmm. Well, normally when we're hosting an event, we usually advertise through Facebook, Twitter, flyers, maybe an ad on WKBN or in the Vindicator. And we do ask for volunteers. I'll go out to the Yes Fest at Mooney or even YSU. They host some things, and I have a volunteer sheet. I do contact the kids when it's getting closer to the events. It's just a matter of them responding and showing up. And 9 times out of 10, they do not show up. So we do offer refreshments afterward. We usually have a pizza party after every event. We provide water, gloves, trash bags. Everything is provided. We just need them to show up.
Okay. So maybe that's the key is just it's a matter of attendance, getting folks over there.
Exactly.
Well, it sounds like you guys have planned a nice event. That's one of the things that we did with utilizing Ruby, try to make it into a little bit of a community type of thing.
Right.
We had Trina Williams from Fresh Wing Catering come out, and she supplied some food and some rolls for the egg rolls for the workers out that day, and kind of everybody kind of getting to know each other and stuff like that. And sometimes that's what it's about, just making connection and being a part of the community.
Right.
One of the questions I did have for you is more of an investment type question. One of the things that happened to us was when we purchased the property, we did a little preliminary clean out, got some stuff out of the property, bagged it up, and set it out neatly on the curb in anticipation of hauling it away. We didn't have it 100% together as to who we were going to do it, who was going to get it done. And while we were figuring it out, the city just came out and took it away and billed us. And so I wanted to see, as if a new investor's coming into the area, is there something just to be aware of that type of thing? Like, how long does it take for that type of thing to kick in? What does the city require from a property owner in order to allow for trash pickup and debris?
What you need to make sure you do is turn the water on. I don't know if you guys immediately turned the water on. Usually if the water isn't turned on, sanitation will not pick it up. And also if the water is turned on and the trash is uncontained at the curb, they would like everything to be placed at the curb nice and neat. But for new homeowners or people that are buying real estate property in Youngstown, I would call code enforcement and the zoning officer to see if the places have any type of violations, like code violations, before you purchase a property. And it'll give you a little more information. So yeah, as I was saying, I would contact them to see if they have any code violations on the property, just so you know what you're getting into. And I do believe the property you guys purchased, we did have a complaint, but I think it was when you guys must have placed everything out at the curb at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's just being aware of it, coming in from a different market. Now, one of the things I like to do when we wrap up is ask a little bit of a random question, although I do have an ulterior motive, and you'll see once you hear what the question is. You've been in the neighborhood and the community for a while. What's your favorite place to eat in Youngstown?
I like Charlie Staples, C. Staples, and I also like V2's.
What's V2's? It's
downtown Youngstown. It's right in the center of downtown. Yeah, they have pretty good food, good drinks. There's a lot of different places downtown that you can go to. Have you been to the Kitchen Post yet?
Kitchen Post? No.
They have good brunch, chicken and waffles. But they usually
This is downtown?
It's downtown. It's on the corner of Commerce and Phelps.
Okay. Well, now that you've given me a couple of new spots that I'm going to try, I told you I had ulterior motive. I want to find out all the good spots and check them out. That's one of my little hobbies is eating when I go to town. That's why I have to work out so much to offset how much I want to eat. But anyway, I want to thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. Like I said, it wasn't going to take that long. I just wanted to shine a little bit of light on what you guys are doing, and I think it's great stuff that you guys are working on right now. All right. Well, I thank you very much again, and thanks for participating.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All righty.